Hello dear learners. Today we are going to talk about the cholinergic agonist or cholinomimetics or parasympathomimetics. Now cholinergic agonists are the same which shows the similar effects which are produced by acetylcholine, so they are called as cholinergic agonist. Cholinomimetics means again mimic the effect which are produced by acetylcholine. Parasympathomimetic, since the neurotransmitter acetylcholine is involved in parasympathetic activation, so parasympathomimetics they are called as, and that too these are direct acting parasympathomimetics. That means these act directly as and produce the actions as that of acetylcholine. So pilocarpine nitrate today we are going to talk about, which is a class from the class of the drug cholinomimetic alkaloids. So to start with the pilocarpine nitrate, as you all know from exam point of view, use of pilocarpine nitrate is very important and few of the brands. So next question, see this is the content. We are going to talk about the structure, IUPAC, properties, uses, official preparations and brand names of pilocarpine nitrate. Now to talk about the pilocarpine, the properties as you can see here in the picture, it is white colored powder or colorless you can call it as. So the physical state, it is the crystalline powder which is colorless and odorless, and it is dextrorotatory, that means they will rotate the plane of polarized light towards the right. And solubility, it is soluble in water and alcohol, but it is incompatible with the chlorhexidine acetate, PMN, phenyl mercuric nitrate and benzalkonium chloride. And it is to be stored, it should be protected from the light, stored from the or away from the light. Next, if you will see the pilocarpine structure, it is not important from the exam point of view, but we will just see that as you can see here, it belongs to the class which we just now discussed, that it belongs to the class of cholinomimetic alkaloids. That means they mimic the effects which are produced by acetylcholine and they are alkaloids. So pilocarpine is nothing but it is a imidazole alkaloid which is a natural product. So it contains imidazole heterocycle as you can see here. Okay, imidazole, ol is 5-membered unsaturated, so it contains 2 double bonds, and dazole means 2 nitrogens, it is first and third position. So imidazole alkaloid, only this much characteristic is enough from exam point of view. Next question is actions and uses of pilocarpine. Now pilocarpine, the famous question which is asked for 1 mark in the examination, that name the drug used in treatment of glaucoma. Now as you all know, glaucoma is the condition which is related with the eye, like cataract which is the lens issue, and glaucoma it is related to the optic nerve damage, okay, that due to increased intraocular pressure. So to reduce the intraocular pressure, pilocarpine helps in treatment of glaucoma. So how it is? Now pilocarpine, which is an alkaloid, it is very much stable to hydrolysis by acetylcholine esterase. That means acetylcholine esterase, as we have seen it in the acetylcholine, this is responsible for hydrolysis of acetylcholine. So this pilocarpine is quite resistant to the hydrolysis by acetylcholine esterase, which is the which is the superiority than the acetylcholine. So this pilocarpine is compared to acetylcholine and its derivative, it is very much stable, and it is means it is having the same activities as that of acetylcholine, that is muscarinic activity, and it is primarily used in ophthalmology. As you can see here in the image, this is the normal pupil. Look at the diameters of the pupil, and the upper image which you can see, which is producing miotic effect, is the pupils has contracted and the diameter has been reduced, and the lower side it is mydriatic effect, the pupils has been dilated and the diameter has been increased. So this pilocarpine is basically, since the acetylcholine produces the pupil contraction, it exerts the miotic effect due to the contraction of the muscles. So it is having the same action, pilocarpine, that it is responsible for contraction of pupil. Now these are the effects which we have already seen in acetylcholine. Just to have a quick review, this is the parasympathetic innervation. Okay. Now parasympathetic, as you all know, muscarinic and nicotinic receptors are there involved in the parasympathetic system. So these receptors, like if you will see first, M1 receptor presence. So since M1, M3 are stimulatory in nature and M2, M4 are inhibitory in nature. So inhibitory है, so they will so even number है तो inhibitory है, odd number है तो stimulatory है. So you are supposed to remember it like way, E for even and inhibitory. So even है तो inhibitory है. Now M1 is not even, it is odd, so definitely it will cause the muscle contraction, so it will constrict the pupil. Now lungs, as far as lungs are concerned, smooth muscles, so it is M3. M3 receptors are located, and M3 again it is stimulatory in nature, so it will cause the bronchoconstrictions, and due to bronchoconstrictions, bronchioles will constrict and they will release the secretions. That means since constriction of the bronchioles, they will increase the secretions. M2, now heart, M2 receptors are present, okay, on the heart. So since it is even number, they are inhibitory. So on the heart they will show the action, that is they will decrease the heart rate. Okay, so it is nothing but as scientifically terms you call it as decrease in the heart rate. It is like bradycardia you call it as, and increase in the heart rate, tachycardia you call it as. So it produces bradycardia. And blood vessels, since M2 receptors again inhibitory in nature, so they will dilate the blood vessels, and because of which dilation of the blood vessels, it will show the decrease in the blood pressure. So it is due to vasodilation, it will lower the BP. And kidneys, as you can see, kidneys, this bladder, okay, bladder again it is M3, which is stimulatory in nature, so it is responsible for contraction, and increased urination will be seen. So again it is useful in the urinary retention also. Then GI system, if you will see, stomach and all, it is responsible for increased peristalsis and secretions, since the M3 receptors are located on the smooth muscles. And salivary glands, since M1 receptors are located on the secretory glands, like lacrimal secretions also it will increase the urination, it will increase the what you can call your salivary and sweat gland secretions. So here it will increase the secretions like salivary gland through the activation. So these are various effects which we have seen in acetylcholine also. Since the pilocarpine is the parasympathomimetic or it is cholinomimetic, it will show the same effects which are produced by the acetylcholine. Now this is in-depth mechanism which is not important from the exam point of view, but we will just discuss it in a quick fashion. Like pilocarpine, it will bind to the muscarinic receptors, and then what will happen? It will activate the G protein. Okay, after the G protein activation, GDP will be removed, and this GTP means addition of GTP, okay, to G protein. So what will happen? G protein will dissociate the subunits of the G protein, and the alpha and beta subunits will get separated, and after that the alpha subunit which is there, it will activate the phospholipase C, phosphatidyl inositol biphosphate, that is PIP complex, and this PIP complex in turn will break down the IP3 and diacylglycerol. Now these will act as both secondary messengers. Now this IP3 will interact the membrane, endoplasmic reticular membrane, and it will release the calcium. Now as you all know, calcium, since it is a secondary messenger functioning, so it will bind to the calmodulin, and this calcium calmodulin complex will bind to the caldesmon. Now what it is, we will see. Now caldesmon, calmodulin, these are the secondary messenger activators. So these will activate the actin myosin complex, and this will cause the contraction. Now actin myosin filaments, when caldesmon is bound by calcium calmodulin complex, this will allow the interaction between myosin and actin filaments to occur, and the pupils will contract. So this is in short mechanism which we can represent with the diagram. See, these are the muscarinic receptors. Okay. Now when the pilocarpine will attach, or the cholinomimetic will attach this G protein subunits, now GTP, so this will alpha, and these are the alpha and beta subunits, this will dissociate, and this alpha subunit will be responsible for phospholipase C PIP complex activation, and this PIP complex further will split into IP3 and diacylglycerol, and it will go to the endoplasmic reticulum membrane, and it will in turn activate the calcium, which will bind to calmodulin, and it will form the calcium calmodulin complex, which will bind to the caldesmon, and actin myosin interaction will occur, which will cause the muscle contraction. So it is used in glaucoma, both open angle, both narrow angle, and like also called as closed angle, and wide angle, which is also called as open angle glaucoma. Next is official preparations of pilocarpine. So official preparations of pilocarpine will include pilocarpine eye drops. Now basically, since it is used in treatment of glaucoma, which is the very special characteristic of the pilocarpine and important from the exam point of view. So definitely, logically, since it is used on in eye condition, so the official preparations like dosage forms of it will exist in the eye formulations only, like eye drops. So it is pilocarpine eye drop, IP 2% weight by volume. So it is Pilocar 2%. The brand is Pilocar, and also exists in the combination, that is pilocarpine and physostigmine eye drops, BPC. The brands are like as you can see, these are the various brands like Pilomax tablets, okay, Pilocar drops, then Paricar drops are there, Carcap drops are there, Pilo drops are there, Carpinol tablets, ampule injection, it is Carpinol, okay, and then it is Pilocar, again eye drop. So the various brands are Pilodrop, Pilorin, Carpine, Low Carp, Pilocar, Carpinol, Pilagan, Carcap, Pilo, Paricar, and Pilopress I. So these are few of the brands which are important again from exam point of view. So here we finish with the pilocarpine, which is a cholinomimetic alkaloid, and arecolin, muscarine are also other cholinomimetic alkaloids. So all these are used in the treatment of glaucoma. Thank you.